Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bashmi Shai, Bashmacha Kudash, double honors under the Elders Apostle Green Millstone, the Elders Green Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings under the hopeful elect. Thus is here, servants like Yahweh, Bashmi Shai, serve him in truth and sincerity. Yes, on the brother Chayaba from G-Man's Plain Tables Camp, coming back with another lesson to his spirit. Yeah, so this lesson be based off of ultimately what? Just going through the spirit. Yahushua, when he comes back, he's not coming back as a man. He's not coming back in the fleshly form that he was in 2,000 years ago. No, Yahushua is coming back with a new, perfect, angelic body. So what? One thing, I was going to read this real quick. It says, Isaiah chapter 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shall no more be called tender and delicate. Yeah, and as we know, Babylon great. What the virgin daughter of Babylon is America, which is what? Babylon great. When you go into Babylon or Revelation, it speaks about Babylon great, which is referring on to America. That's that great whore. That's America. So it says, verse 2, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Yeah, exactly. Because all the wickedness that this place has done, which is a lot of it's already being uncovered. But everything will be 100% uncovered, man. As the scriptures say, all things will become manifest, basically paraphrasing. So all darkness will come to the light. It says, I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. Yeah, because Yahushua is coming back. It's a new angelic body. New perfect angelic body. That's 100% incorruptible. So no matter what type of warfare or what type of weapons Esau tries to prepare, well, ultimately it's not going to be enough. And as we know, of course, Esau, he's preparing the Space Force. Esau being a so-called white man, he's a ruler of Esau, the so-called white man, he's a ruler of America. And ultimately, he runs the world. Starting with, of course, the elite international banking families, all Edomites, Amalekites. Amalek, of course, being the chief tribe of the nation of Edom, which are the small hats. Those people who call themselves the people in the land today, which we 100% know that they're imposters. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. And one thing that people don't understand is Yahushua is coming back to conquer. I just did a lesson about how Yahushua is coming back with conquest. People think that Yahushua is coming back, to unite all nations. No, Yahushua is coming back to conquer, to deliver his people and to conquer all other nations. That's what ultimately when people think about the second coming, they think about pretty much the forwarding of this current world, not the destruction of it. When I say world, I'm meaning era, this period that we're in. Of course, because the world won't be destroyed. The earth won't be destroyed. It'll just be renewed. Kainos. Like how it says in Revelation chapter 21, I believe, it goes into new, which what the Greek goes into kainos, meaning refreshed, a new earth. What goes into a new earth, but when you get that word in the Greek, it's the Greek word kainos, which means renewed or refreshed. So yeah, Yahushua is coming back to destroy this current era, this current rulership of Esau, and to set up his people as the new rulers. That's what's gonna happen. It says verse 4, as for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Yeah, and this place is known to be that queen. As that queen that has never been touched. Of course, when I say touch, I mean, America's, of course, are able to go over these other countries and, do what it does, push its agenda, raid these other nations, start wars. But hey, America itself hasn't really been touched like that. But guess what? The time is coming, because the scriptures prophesy World War III. And simply, plainly, the Lord is saving the best for last. Which Babylon and Great. Without a doubt, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai saving America for last. So it says, verse 6, I was wroth with my people, I polluted my inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid thy yoke. Exactly, in the Lord's people. Who are the Lord's people? The Israelites. And when you link up the Israelites of today, you go into the curses, Deuteronomy chapter 28, 16 on down. You go into the blessings that the Israelites received. It 100% matches up to the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos. We are those people. We fit the curses. We fit the blessings. But it says, I was wroth with my people, I polluted my inheritance, and give them into thine hand. And how were we given into the hand of Babylon the Great, which is America? Of course, the Lord let us be conquered and put into slavery. So-called Native Americans, Latinos, which is the northern kingdom of the nation of Israel. They were conquered here as a people. They came here. They escaped the Assyrian captivity. You can get that in Second Ezra chapter 13, 40 on down. Pretty much they got conquered as people, mainly starting in 1492. Of course, the southern kingdom of the nation of Israel, being the so-called Negroes, they got taken from West Africa. And the reason why they were in West Africa was because they fled the Roman captivity, or like the Roman persecution, ultimately. Which, of course, was a captivity. We were captives under the Romans. But yeah. Of course, they fled the Syrian captivity, and starting with the bulk in 1619, got taken here in slave ships to go through hardcore bondage and slavery. So the point is that we are delivered onto our enemies, and that was for a reason. Ultimately, it says, I was wroth with my people. Of course, the Lord was angry with us for our wickedness, our iniquities, and ultimately our idolatry. So that's why, but now we're in that time where the Lord is where now you have the elect waking up of the nation of Israel, and the Lord's only concerned about the elect of the nation of Israel. The Lord's going to cast off the rest of Israel who aren't going to get right. It says, thou didst show them, ultimately the Lord's only going to deliver the remnant. So it says, thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily, verily heavily laid thy yoke. Yeah, and slavery has never been abolished. It's just a different type of slavery. Now we're slaves under the system. And Esau wants to have you mentally and spiritually in slavery. That's why, he has all these perverse agendas being pushed. He has, of course, he sets up the education system, so completely pollutes you and, ultimately deceives you from knowing the truth. And everything that Esau sets up within society. And all of this is designed the most against our people. Esau designs this whole system to be against our people the most. So what? Guess what? Well, without a doubt, it affects us the most. Verse 7, it says, and thou didst say, it's like it says, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things through thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Yeah, Esau never, yeah. Esau never thought that he will pay for his iniquity, his wickedness, that he's just going to keep on going and going. When what he doesn't understand that all empires have an end. The world, as great as the Roman Empire was, guess what? It had an end. It didn't go on forever. And we are at that time where America is at its end. It's on its last leg. And Yahweh Shemiel Shah is bringing everything together so that ultimately this place will come down. These other nations, of course, the conflicts, ultimately the tension is rising between these other nations. Trump narrows in office, and he's speeding that up. Which that's going to lead to World War III, which the scripture is going to World War III and the destruction of America and how it will lose 100%. And in that time, Yahushua will be making a deliverance for his the elect Israelites within America, to save them from that destruction. So yeah, that's what's coming. Ultimately, Yahushua's coming back in a new angelic perfect body. He's not coming back again. Yahushua's not coming back as a man. Yahushua's coming back as a new perfect angelic body. So yeah, I believe that's the point. Just want to touch that real quick. Those are all you brothers are the edified. Yahweh Bashmi Oshai, Bashmi Dakarash Brakathum. Shalom.